Close your eyes and imagine the soft light of dawn breaking over a medieval village. Snow blankets thatched rooftops and wind-swept streets, turning the landscape into a quiet, silvery wonderland. Smoke curls lazily from chimneys, carrying the scent of burning wood and warming hearths. Villagers stir beneath woolen blankets, their breath misting in the cold air as they prepare for another day in the heart of winter. Outside, the world is hushed. Frost glistens on tree branches, the frozen river sparkles like glass, and distant hills are cloaked in sparkling white. Children, wrapped in thick garments, run gleefully along narrow lanes, their laughter mixing with the soft crunch of snow beneath their boots. Elderly villagers, stooped from years of labor, trudge carefully through icy paths, carrying bundles of firewood or supplies, their movements slow but purposeful. Inside humble cottages, families gather near crackling fires. The glow reflects in the eyes of young and old alike, casting dancing shadows across wooden walls. Simple meals simmer in iron pots, stews of root vegetables, hearty grains, and the occasional salted meat. The warmth of the hearth provides comfort, while stories whispered through generations weave a tapestry of legends, history, and dreams. The cold outside sharpens senses and tempers endurance. Villagers take careful steps along frozen trails, ensuring that animals are fed and fires are maintained. Horses, oxen, and chickens are sheltered, blankets wrapped snugly around the animals to guard against the harsh chill. Every act is a balance of survival and tradition, each movement tied to the rhythm of the season. As the sun rises higher, pale light illuminates the icy fields. Snowflakes sparkle like diamonds, drifting lazily before melting on cloaks and hoods. Villagers venture out to collect water from frozen streams, chop wood for the hearth, or trade with neighboring settlements. The air is alive with whispered chatter, the creak of wagons, and the occasional bark of dogs guarding homesteads. Winter in medieval Europe was not merely a season, it was a living experience. Every frozen morning, every hearth's warmth, and every shared moment strengthened community bonds and resilience. Close your eyes further and feel the icy wind brushing against your cheeks, the comforting embrace of woolen clothing, and the quiet majesty of a world steeped in frost, yet alive with life, tradition, and enduring human spirit. The morning sun casts a soft, silvery light across the snow-covered fields, revealing the intricate patterns left by wind and frost. Farmers venture cautiously along frozen pathways, their breath forming misty clouds in the crisp air. Each step is deliberate, as icy surfaces threaten missteps, but their resolve is unyielding. They carry baskets filled with stored roots, salted meats, and bundles of herbs, the fruits of careful preparation in the warmer months. Villagers work together to maintain life against the harsh winter. Horses and oxen, essential for plowing and transport, are brushed and fed, their sturdy bodies vital to survival. Chickens huddle within makeshift coops, their soft clucking a gentle reminder of continuity. Small children, bundled tightly, watch their elders with awe, learning the rhythms of survival and the delicate balance between caution and freedom in a frozen world. Inside cottages, the hearth glows steadily. Flames lick iron pots where soups and stews bubble gently, their savory aroma mixing with the sweet scent of burning pine and dry hay. Families gather close, sharing warmth, laughter, and whispered stories passed down through generations. Every meal, every word, and every shared glance becomes a tether to comfort and security, warding off the chill that seeps through thick wooden walls. The landscape itself feels alive. Snow-laden branches bow gracefully under the weight, their tips sparkling like crystal in the pale sunlight. Icicles hang delicately from roof eaves, catching the light and forming natural chandeliers. Even in the biting cold, there is a subtle beauty to the world, a reminder that life endures even in the harshest conditions. As the day progresses, villagers carry out small tasks to sustain themselves and their communities. They repair fences weakened by snow, tend to small fires in communal ovens, or gather firewood from nearby forests. The rhythm of their movements is deliberate, almost ceremonial, a dance learned over generations to coexist with winter's demanding hand. Evenings bring a serene hush. The sky turns shades of rose and violet as the sun dips behind distant hills. Families gather once more around fires, sharing stories, songs, and the gentle comfort of companionship. The wind whispers softly outside, weaving through narrow alleys and over frozen fields, a constant reminder of the season's embrace. In medieval Europe, winter shaped lives profoundly. It tested endurance, strengthened community bonds, and fostered an intimate connection between humans and the natural world. Close your eyes and let the cold air brush your cheeks. Feel the warmth of the hearth, and sense the quiet resilience of a people living in harmony with the frozen rhythm of the land. As the pale morning sun rises, villagers retreat to the warmth of their cottages, where crackling fires fill rooms with a golden glow. The chill outside is relentless, but inside, families gather close, wrapped in layers of wool and furs, finding comfort in the shared warmth. The rhythmic crackle of burning wood blends with the soft murmurs of conversation, creating a soothing background that eases both body and mind. Stories flow like gentle rivers, winding through time and space. Elders recount tales of legendary heroes, brave knights, and cunning tricksters, their voices carrying the cadence of centuries past. Children sit wide-eyed, imagining the adventures that unfold before them, the flickering firelight reflecting in their gaze. Each tale is a bridge between generations, a thread connecting the present with memory, history, and imagination. Meals are simple but nourishing. Thick stews filled with root vegetables, salted meats, and aromatic herbs simmer slowly in iron pots. Freshly baked bread, warm and fragrant, is torn and shared among family members, the act of eating together reinforcing bonds that are as vital as the warmth of the fire. Even in scarcity, there is a profound sense of gratitude and togetherness, a reminder that survival is as much about community as sustenance. Outside, the snow blankets the village in quiet majesty. Icicles glisten from rooftops, wind-carved drifts create gentle hills and valleys, and the frozen river reflects the pale sunlight like a mirror of silver. Occasionally, a lone traveler trudges along the narrow paths, leaving footprints that vanish slowly as the wind scatters fresh snow. The village seems suspended in time, a serene haven amid the vast, frozen wilderness. By afternoon, the villagers tend to their essential tasks with careful rhythm. Fires are stoked, livestock checked and fed, and provisions meticulously rationed. Children practice simple chores, learning the subtle skills of resilience, patience, and attentiveness that winter demands. Every action, no matter how small, is part of the delicate dance between human life and the harshness of the season. Evening approaches with soft, fading light. Smoke rises from chimneys, curling skyward as the village settles into quiet reflection. Families gather once more around fires, sharing soft laughter, gentle conversation, and the comfort of knowing they face the long winter together. Outside, the frozen landscape shimmers under the first glimmers of starlight, a silent witness to the enduring rhythm of life. In medieval Europe, the cold months were not merely endured. They were lived, felt, and remembered. Each day was a meditation in resilience, a delicate interplay between hardship and warmth, isolation and companionship. Close your eyes, breathe in the crisp, frosty air, feel the embrace of the fire, and let the soft cadence of this frozen world carry you into peaceful, restorative sleep. The dawn arrives pale and muted, spilling soft light over the snow-blanketed village. Villagers rise slowly, bodies stiff from nights spent near the hearth, but hearts steady with the rhythm of survival. Winter in medieval Europe is a season that demands patience, resilience, and quiet determination. Every day brings tasks essential to life: feeding animals, collecting firewood, and preparing food to endure the long, cold nights. Outside, the frozen landscape sparkles under the weak morning sun. Horses and oxen paw at the snow-covered ground, their breath misting in the icy air. Villagers lift bundles of firewood and carry baskets of preserved food, moving with careful precision across slippery paths. Children follow closely, learning to balance warmth and caution, their small hands wrapped in mittens as they observe the elders' practiced movements. Inside the cottages, fires roar gently, providing both light and heat. Meals simmer in cast-iron pots, filling the air with aromas of root vegetables, herbs, and salted meats. Families gather around the hearth, sharing nourishment and companionship, their conversations soft and melodic. Tales are told of past winters, of legendary hunts, of heroic deeds and cunning minds, weaving lessons of endurance and courage into the hearts of the young. The villagers' work is both survival and ritual. Fences are repaired, fires stoked, and livestock tended to with unwavering care. Each action reflects a delicate balance between human effort and the demands of nature. The snow is both a barrier and a canvas, shaping daily life and inspiring quiet moments of reflection. Icicles glitter like chandeliers from roof eaves, and wind-carved drifts form intricate patterns across the fields. Afternoons are filled with the subtle hum of community. Villagers trade small goods, exchange news, or offer assistance to neighbors in need. Laughter occasionally breaks the quiet, carried across snow-laden streets like a soft melody. Even in hardship, the bonds of community provide warmth and strength, reminding all that winter's severity is met not alone but together. As twilight approaches, the pale light fades, casting long shadows over the snow-dusted roofs. Fires are rekindled, simple meals shared, and villagers settle into the comfort of familial closeness. The frozen landscape glows under the first glimmers of starlight, serene and silent. Outside, the wind whispers through the barren trees, a constant reminder of winter's embrace, while inside, hearts are buoyed by warmth, companionship, and the enduring rhythm of life. In this medieval winter, every day is a lesson in patience, every shared meal a celebration of human resilience, and every story a thread connecting the present with generations past. Close your eyes and feel the gentle bite of frost, the soothing warmth of the hearth, and the quiet rhythm of a world shaped by endurance, community, and timeless human spirit. Morning light filters softly through bare tree branches, casting delicate shadows across the snow-covered forest floor. Villagers venture into the nearby woods, carefully selecting branches for firewood and searching for the occasional foraged root. The forest is alive with quiet movement, the rustle of animals seeking shelter, the crackle of frost underfoot, and the distant call of birds braving the cold. Each sound blends into a subtle symphony of winter, gentle and hypnotic, inviting deep reflection. The villagers' steps are measured and deliberate. Snow crunches softly beneath their boots as they move in harmony with the rhythm of the land. Their breaths rise in misty clouds, mingling with the crisp air. Children follow, eyes wide with curiosity and wonder, learning the ways of the forest, the hidden paths, and the small treasures tucked beneath snowdrifts. Every branch gathered, every stone navigated, teaches patience, observation, and respect for the delicate balance between survival and nature. Inside the cottages, the warmth of the hearth contrasts sharply with the icy world beyond the walls. Flames dance in the fireplace, illuminating wooden beams and simple furnishings. Stews simmer gently in cast-iron pots, their aromas rich with root vegetables, salted meats, and fragrant herbs. Families gather close, exchanging whispers and stories, their voices a soft melody against the quiet hush of winter. Through tales of long-past winters, heroic deeds, and clever cunning, children absorb lessons of endurance, wisdom, and the interconnectedness of life. Throughout the day, the village hums with a subtle rhythm. Livestock are tended with care, fences repaired to withstand the weight of snow, and fires stoked to maintain warmth. The cold sharpens attention, creating a mindfulness that pervades every action. Villagers move deliberately, balancing work with observation, ensuring that every task, however small, contributes to the safety and comfort of the community. By late afternoon, long shadows stretch across the snow-blanketed landscape. Icicles catch the fading light, sparkling like natural ornaments, while distant hills glow with a soft, ethereal hue. Children return from the woods with their collected bundles, cheeks flushed from exertion and cold, eyes bright with accomplishment. Families gather once more around the hearth, sharing meals, laughter, and the quiet joy of togetherness. As night falls, the village settles into stillness. Snow drifts softly across frozen streets, muffling sound and creating a serene sanctuary. The wind whispers through leafless trees, and the stars emerge, twinkling like distant lanterns above the quiet homes. Within the cottages, hearts are warmed not only by fire but by the enduring bonds of community, the shared triumphs of daily life, and the gentle rhythm of winter. In medieval Europe, winter was both challenge and teacher. It tested patience, nurtured resilience, and wove together the threads of human connection, tradition, and survival. Close your eyes and feel the whisper of the woods, the steady warmth of the hearth, and the soothing cadence of a world suspended in frost and quiet wonder. The morning sun glints off the icy surface of the river, transforming it into a shimmering mirror that stretches across the landscape. Villagers tread carefully along its frozen edges, collecting water through small holes chipped into the thick ice, their breaths rising in soft clouds that drift in the cold air. The river, once flowing freely, now rests in quiet slumber, a frozen artery connecting village and wilderness alike. Farmers and fishermen alike adapt to winter's challenge. Nets and traps are carefully checked and repaired, ensuring that when the river thaws, life will return with abundance. Children watch attentively, mimicking the careful motions of their elders, learning patience, precision, and respect for the power of nature. Each step on the fragile ice is measured, teaching awareness and resilience in the face of unpredictability. Inside homes, the hearth continues its steady rhythm. The glow of fire casts dancing shadows across wooden walls, filling the cottages with warmth and comfort. Simple meals simmer gently in iron pots. Hearty stews enriched with preserved vegetables and salted meats, bread baked slowly over glowing coals, and the occasional sweetened treat when sugar or honey is available. Families gather close, sharing both nourishment and stories, the sounds of laughter and soft conversation weaving a cozy tapestry against the cold that presses from outside. Tasks throughout the day are rhythmical and precise. Firewood is replenished, fences and rooftops repaired to withstand the weight of fresh snow, and livestock cared for with careful attention. Villagers navigate the frozen landscape with learned caution, each action echoing the wisdom of generations who survived countless winters. The snow itself is both a challenge and a guide, marking paths, shaping the environment, and demanding respect from all who move within its quiet expanse. As afternoon wanes, the pale light casts long shadows across the ice. Icicles hang from roof eaves, catching the soft glow and reflecting it in glittering patterns. Children glide along smooth surfaces, laughing softly, their footsteps a rhythmic accompaniment to the quiet stillness of the river. Adults observe carefully, balancing joy with vigilance, ensuring safety without diminishing the wonder of winter's gifts. Evening descends with gentle serenity. The sky is painted with hues of rose, lavender, and deep indigo as stars begin to twinkle above the snow-covered rooftops. Fires are rekindled, meals shared, and stories recounted, carrying lessons of patience, endurance, and the wisdom of those who came before. Outside, the frozen river gleams under the starlight, a silent witness to human resilience and the quiet majesty of winter in medieval Europe. In these frozen months, every action, every breath, every shared moment is a testament to the rhythm of life and survival. Close your eyes, feel the crisp air against your cheeks, the warmth of the hearth, and the gentle lull of a village resting in the embrace of winter's frozen embrace. As the morning sun begins to rise, its pale light filters through frost-laden windows, illuminating the village in a soft glow. Today is market day, even in the grip of winter, when villagers gather to exchange goods, share news, and maintain the threads of community that weave them together through the cold months. Snow crunches beneath boots as merchants set up small stalls along the village square, displaying preserved foods, hand-woven fabrics, and simple crafts meant to sustain life through the long nights. The air is crisp and fragrant with a mingling sense of pine, burning wood, and freshly baked bread. Villagers navigate the narrow lanes with care, balancing baskets filled with provisions and gifts. Children tug at their parents' hands, wide-eyed at the bustling scene, learning the subtle social rhythms that guide trade and interaction. Laughter and chatter rise, blending with the soft whistle of wind, creating a gentle, comforting hum that echoes through the snow-dusted streets. Inside cottages and shops, fires burn steadily, casting warmth over stone floors and timbered walls. Stews and soups bubble in iron pots, their savory aroma mingling with the sweetness of honeyed treats. Families pause from daily labor to enjoy shared meals, the hearth light reflecting in the eyes of young and old alike. Stories are exchanged between bites, recounting tales of past winters, heroic acts, and small triumphs of everyday survival. The frozen landscape outside transforms under the morning sun. Snowflakes shimmer like tiny crystals as they drift lazily from clouded skies, settling gently on thatched roofs and bare branches. Icicles hang from eaves like delicate ornaments, catching light and creating a quiet sparkle that enhances the serenity of the season. Villagers move carefully along icy paths, assisting one another and exchanging nods of warmth and camaraderie. As the day unfolds, essential work continues alongside social interactions. Livestock are tended with precision, fires replenished, and food stores carefully rationed. Even as the cold bites sharply at exposed cheeks, a quiet rhythm governs each movement, a dance between survival and the enduring spirit of community. Snow-draped fences, frozen riverbanks, and frost-laden fields form a backdrop that is both harsh and mesmerizing, reminding all who live within it of the beauty inherent in winter's challenges. Evening falls, painting the sky in gentle shades of violet and rose. Fires burn brightly within homes, inviting families to gather once more. Simple meals, laughter, and shared stories fill the rooms, creating a cocoon of warmth and comfort. Outside, the market square is silent, covered now in soft snow, with only faint footprints hinting at the day's bustling life. Stars begin to glimmer overhead, watching over the village as it rests, ready to endure another day under winter's quiet and persistent embrace. In medieval Europe, the cold months were not merely endured. They were experienced, shaped, and celebrated in the delicate balance of work, community, and reflection. Close your eyes. Let the soft crunch of snow underfoot, the warmth of the hearth, and the gentle hum of life carry you into a peaceful, restorative slumber. As the afternoon light fades, a quiet hush descends over the snow-covered village. Shadows stretch across frozen rooftops, and the pale glow of the setting sun reflects softly off icy eaves and frost-laden fields. The villagers retreat to the warmth of their homes, where fires crackle gently, casting flickering light across wooden beams and simple furnishings. Tonight, the long night stretches ahead, filled with both stillness and reflection, a time to savor the comfort of hearth and home. Families gather close, wrapped in layers of wool and fur, sharing simple meals that nourish both body and spirit. Stews of root vegetables and salted meats simmer in iron pots, their aroma mingling with the scent of burning pine and dry straw. Bread is torn and shared, each morsel a reminder of the careful planning and endurance required to survive the frozen months. Children listen attentively to the soft voices of their elders, absorbing tales of past winters, heroic deeds, and quiet triumphs over adversity. Outside, the wind whispers through leafless trees, rustling snow-laden branches in a gentle, hypnotic rhythm. Icicles catch the fading light, shimmering like crystals, while the frozen river reflects the last hues of twilight. Footsteps crunch softly in the snow, carried across the silent village by those completing their evening chores, feeding animals, replenishing fires, and ensuring the safety of the household. Each action is deliberate, a dance honed over generations to harmonize with the demands of winter's long night. In the quiet of evening, villagers find solace in small, simple pleasures. The flicker of candlelight illuminates handwritten letters or carefully carved wooden trinkets, while the soft hum of conversation provides comfort against the cold. Children drift off to sleep wrapped in warmth, their imaginations filled with images of snow-covered forests, glimmering icicles, and the gentle rhythm of life in a medieval village. Adults linger near the hearth, sharing stories, mending clothing, and reflecting on the day's labor, finding quiet satisfaction in endurance, care, and community. The night grows deeper, and a serene stillness settles over the village. Snow drifts softly across streets and fields, muffling sound and creating a sense of infinite calm. Stars emerge in the clear, crisp sky, twinkling above the rooftops as silent witnesses to human perseverance and the quiet beauty of winter. Each hearth glows warmly, a beacon of life, continuity, and comfort in the frozen expanse. In medieval Europe, the long winter nights were a time of reflection, connection, and quiet resilience. Every shared meal, every whispered story, and every moment of warmth served as a testament to the enduring human spirit. Close your eyes, feel the gentle touch of frost on your cheeks, and let the rhythm of the hearth and the serene silence of the night carry you into deep, restorative sleep. Morning dawns pale and quiet over the snowbound village. The landscape, draped in fresh powder, is serene and almost magical. Roofs glisten with a sparkling layer of frost, and the streets are muted, covered with soft, unbroken snow. Villagers begin to stir slowly, their movements careful and deliberate as they navigate icy pathways and gather supplies essential for the day ahead. The cold bites sharply, but it is tempered by the warmth of purpose, community, and shared endurance. Children, wrapped in thick layers of wool and fur, follow elders along familiar paths, their laughter a delicate counterpoint to the hush of winter. They help carry small bundles of firewood, check on livestock, and collect frozen water, absorbing lessons in patience, attentiveness, and resilience. Every task, no matter how small, is a practice in the quiet art of survival, a gentle rhythm dictated by nature itself. Inside homes, the hearth glows steadily, casting golden light across timbered walls and stone floors. Meals simmer in iron pots, their rich aromas filling the air with warmth and comfort. Root vegetables, preserved meats, and grains form the staple fare, each dish a testament to careful preparation during warmer months. Families gather close, sharing food and stories that ripple softly through the cozy spaces, weaving a tapestry of memory, wisdom, and gentle entertainment for young and old alike. Outside, the village is alive with soft movement. Farmers tend to livestock, ensuring animals are protected from frost and provided warmth, while neighbors exchange greetings and small favors. Footsteps leave fleeting impressions in the snow, slowly erased by drifting flurries carried on the icy wind. The frozen river glistens in the pale sun, reflecting shards of light that dance across snowdrifts, creating a serene, almost hypnotic effect. Afternoon brings a gentle hush, as villagers focus on careful maintenance of their homes and community structures. Roofs are inspected for heavy snow, fires replenished, and fences reinforced. Each action reflects a delicate balance between necessity and artistry, blending survival skills with an intuitive understanding of winter's moods. Even in the cold, there is beauty. Patterns etched in frost, icicles hanging like crystal ornaments, and snowflakes drifting lazily from clouded skies. As evening falls, the village sinks into a quiet, comforting stillness. Fires crackle, casting flickering shadows, and families gather once more to share meals, stories, and the simple pleasure of warmth. The soft glow illuminates faces flushed from the cold, eyes bright with gratitude and reflection. Outside, the wind whispers through bare trees, a gentle lullaby accompanying the soft twinkle of stars above the frozen landscape. In this snowbound world, life in medieval Europe is defined by harmony with the environment, by careful attention to both daily necessities and the quiet rituals of community. Close your eyes, breathe in the crisp, frosty air, feel the comforting embrace of the hearth, and let the gentle cadence of winter lull you into serene and restful slumber. The morning unfolds quietly, with pale sunlight filtering through the frost-laden branches of the surrounding woods. Snow clings to every bough, creating a sparkling canopy above the forest floor. Villagers move carefully among the trees, collecting firewood, foraging for roots and herbs, and keeping a watchful eye on the tracks of animals that provide sustenance during the harsh winter. Each step is cautious, every movement measured, as the forest holds both beauty and hidden dangers beneath its serene surface. Children follow elders, learning the rhythm of the woods and the delicate balance between patience and vigilance. They observe the subtle signs of life: a footprint in the snow, the rustle of a bird taking flight, the shimmer of frost melting in the morning sun. These quiet lessons teach awareness, resourcefulness, and the intricate connection between human life and the natural world. Inside cottages, the hearth continues its comforting glow. Iron pots bubble with hearty stews of root vegetables, grains, and salted meats, filling rooms with warm, savory scents. Families gather close, wrapped in thick layers of wool and fur, savoring both the nourishment of the meal and the warmth of companionship. Elders tell stories of past winters, heroic deeds, and the clever solutions that allowed villagers to endure even the harshest cold. Each tale is a gentle bridge connecting the present to the wisdom and experiences of generations gone by. Throughout the day, villagers tend to essential tasks. Firewood is replenished, roofs are checked for the weight of snow, and livestock receive careful attention. Every action is deliberate and rhythmic, reflecting centuries of knowledge about living in harmony with the winter landscape. Even the act of walking across snow-covered fields becomes a meditation in balance and patience, each footprint a mark of perseverance. As the sun sinks lower, casting long shadows over the frozen landscape, the forest becomes quieter still. Icicles catch the fading light, sparkling like crystal, while snowflakes drift slowly from the sky, adding a new layer of softness to the ground below. Villagers return home, their tasks complete, bringing with them small bundles of wood and foraged herbs. Inside, fires are rekindled, meals shared, and stories recounted, creating a cocoon of warmth against the cold night. Night descends gently, wrapping the village in silence and calm. Stars twinkle faintly above the snowy rooftops, and the wind whispers softly through the bare trees. Families settle in near the hearth, feeling the warmth seep into their bones and hearts. In medieval Europe, the winter woods were both a provider and a teacher, offering lessons in patience, resilience, and quiet reflection. Close your eyes, breathe in the crisp, frosty air, feel the comforting glow of the hearth, and let the tranquil rhythm of the forest lull you into deep, restorative sleep. The first light of morning spills gently across the village, illuminating the wide, snow-covered fields that stretch beyond the cottages. Every blade of grass, every furrowed line from the last harvest, is hidden beneath a pristine layer of white, giving the landscape a calm, almost magical appearance. Villagers step carefully onto the frozen earth, tending to essential chores while the frost still clings to the soil. The cold bites at fingers and noses, but life moves forward with the quiet rhythm of endurance and purpose. Children follow alongside adults, learning the subtle lessons of the frozen fields. They watch as elders check the livestock, ensure shelters are secure, and inspect tools for the work ahead. Small hands help carry bundles of hay, repair fences, and clear snow from pathways. Each motion, each careful step, teaches patience and awareness. The fields, though silent under the snow, are alive with lessons for those willing to observe. The tracks of animals, the wind-sculpted drifts, the patterns etched in frost, all whisper the wisdom of winter's stillness. Inside the cottages, fires burn steadily, filling rooms with warmth and golden light. Stews simmer slowly, infused with herbs, root vegetables, and preserved meats. Bread, baked over the hearth, fills the air with comforting aroma. Families gather close, savoring each meal as a shared triumph over the challenges of the season. Tales of past winters, legendary hunts, and heroic deeds are whispered from elder to child, weaving knowledge, wonder, and gentle lessons into the hearts of the young. The frozen fields themselves are a place of both labor and contemplation. Villagers move methodically, performing essential tasks that ensure survival, reinforcing fences, clearing snow, and tending to winter crops or stored food. The snow softens every sound, creating an almost meditative hush that allows the mind to wander, reflect, and absorb the subtle beauty surrounding it. Icicles shimmer from roof edges, and the pale sun glints off the frozen river that winds through the farmland like a silver ribbon. As the day wanes, the villagers complete their work and return home, footprints fading slowly under drifting snow. Fires are rekindled, meals are shared, and families gather around the hearth. Conversations are gentle and soft, blending with the distant hush of the frozen landscape. Evening shadows stretch across snow-dusted fields, and stars begin to appear, twinkling faintly above the quiet village. In the frozen fields of medieval Europe, life is defined by harmony with the land, patience, and the enduring spirit of community. Each action, each careful movement, each shared meal is a testament to resilience and the quiet rhythm of survival. Close your eyes, breathe in the crisp winter air, feel the steady warmth of the hearth, and let the gentle hush of the frozen fields carry you into serene, restorative sleep. Twilight settles gently over the snow-laden village, bathing cottages and fields in soft, violet light. The wind whispers through bare trees, carrying the scent of pine, smoke, and winter's crispness. Villagers retreat indoors, where fires burn steadily in hearths, casting warm, flickering light across timbered walls and stone floors. Tonight is a night for stories, for gentle reflection, and for the quiet sharing of human experience that binds generations together. Families gather close to the hearth, wrapped in thick furs and woolens, savoring both warmth and companionship. Pots bubble with rich stews and bread is shared, each bite a reminder of preparation, resourcefulness, and the small joys that sustain life through the long months of winter. Children sit cross-legged on straw mats or wooden benches, eyes wide with anticipation, as elders begin to weave tales of past winters, heroic hunts, cunning escapes, and simple acts of bravery. Each story flows gently, like the soft crackle of the fire itself. The words carry a rhythm designed not only to entertain but to soothe, to instill a sense of calm and continuity. Through tales of survival, cleverness, and the bonds of community, children absorb lessons in patience, respect, and resilience. Even the hum of conversation, the clinking of spoons against iron pots, and the occasional burst of laughter contribute to the comforting cadence of hearthside life. Outside, the village is silent under a blanket of snow. Icicles glisten on roof edges, and the frozen river reflects the pale light of the moon and stars. The hush is broken only by distant animal calls or the soft murmur of wind across the frozen landscape. This quiet, combined with the warmth of human presence, creates a cocoon of safety and serenity, a sanctuary from the cold that surrounds it. As night deepens, stories give way to quiet reflection. Children drift into sleep, dreaming of snow-covered forests, glimmering icicles, and the rhythmic beat of village life. Adults linger near the hearth, finishing small tasks or simply enjoying the peace of the evening. The fire casts long shadows, illuminating faces and furniture in gentle shifting patterns, and the world outside seems vast, silent, and beautiful in its frozen stillness. In medieval Europe, the hearth was the heart of winter. It provided warmth, nourishment, and a place for shared experience. Every story told, every meal shared, Every quiet moment by the fire is a testament to the enduring human spirit, to resilience, and to the simple, profound beauty of life in harmony with the seasons. Close your eyes, feel the gentle heat of the hearth, hear the soft whisper of winter outside, and let this serene rhythm guide you into a restful, restorative sleep. Night deepens over the snow-blanketed village, painting the world in shades of silver and deep indigo. The wind whispers softly through bare trees, carrying with it the scent of frost and pine. Villagers, though weary from the day's labors, remain alert, performing evening tasks with careful precision. Fires burn low but steady, casting a gentle glow that dances across wooden beams and stone walls, while the hush of night creates a serene atmosphere, inviting reflection and contemplation. Some wander to the edges of the village, tending to the livestock and ensuring shelters withstand the icy grip of winter. Each step on the frozen earth is measured, every action deliberate. The cold tests endurance, sharpens focus, and instills a quiet mindfulness. Children, tucked safely within cottages, listen as faint stories and whispers of the night float through the rooms, absorbing lessons in resilience and the delicate balance of life amidst the harshness of winter. Inside, families gather around hearths that radiate warmth, sharing food that nourishes both body and spirit. Stews infused with preserved vegetables, grains, and salted meats simmer gently, while bread baked slowly over coals fills the air with comforting aroma. Elders recount tales of past winters, heroic endeavors, and clever solutions to the challenges imposed by the cold months. Every story, every shared moment, fosters connection, patience, and the quiet wisdom of survival. Outside, the frozen landscape gleams under starlight. Icicles sparkle like crystal ornaments, and the snow reflects the moon's gentle glow. The wind sighs through empty branches, a lullaby for the vigilant yet peaceful village. Even the frozen river seems to breathe in the night's stillness, a silent witness to human resilience and the beauty of enduring traditions. As the hours pass, the village settles further into quietude. The rhythmic crackle of firewood, the muted hum of conversation, and the occasional murmur of a distant animal blend into a soothing symphony of winter life. Each home becomes a sanctuary, a cocoon of warmth and care, where the challenges of the cold outside are softened by the bonds of family, community, and the comforting cadence of shared daily rituals. In medieval Europe, winter's long nights were a time of vigilance, reflection, and connection. Every small task, every shared story, every act of care served as a testament to human perseverance and the gentle rhythm of life in harmony with nature. Close your eyes, feel the gentle embrace of warmth, and allow the quiet beauty of the winter vigil to carry you into deep, restorative sleep. Dawn breaks softly over the village, illuminating the snow-covered paths that weave between cottages, barns, and frozen fields. Each footstep leaves a fleeting imprint in the pristine snow, soon to be softened by drifting flurries. Villagers move carefully along these paths, balancing baskets of provisions, bundles of firewood, and small tools essential for survival in the harsh winter months. Every journey, no matter how short, becomes a quiet meditation on patience, balance, and the rhythm of daily life. Children follow elders closely, their laughter muted by the thick blankets of snow. They learn to navigate icy surfaces, observe the subtle signs of the changing landscape, and adapt to the unpredictability of winter. Every footprint, every careful step, teaches resilience and the importance of awareness. The village, though small and constrained by snow, feels expansive and alive, each path connecting people, tasks, and moments of reflection in a delicate, harmonious network. Inside homes, the hearth glows warmly, casting flickering light on timbered walls and stone floors. Meals simmer gently in iron pots, the rich aroma filling the air and blending with the scent of burning wood. Families gather together, savoring hearty stews, preserved vegetables, and fresh bread. Conversations are soft, gentle, and rhythmic, a comforting backdrop to the daily rituals of nourishment, care, and connection. Elders share stories of winters long past, blending lessons of resilience with the quiet magic of imagination, soothing young minds and filling hearts with wonder. The frozen world outside contrasts with the warmth within. Icicles hang like delicate ornaments from roof edges, and snowdrifts reflect the soft light of the morning sun. Villagers perform essential tasks with precision, checking fences, tending livestock, and preparing for the unpredictability of the day. Even the smallest acts, replenishing firewood, clearing a path, repairing a roof, become a rhythm that harmonizes human activity with the quiet, persistent presence of winter. As afternoon wanes, a serene hush settles over the village. Shadows stretch across the snow, and the pale sun glints off frozen rivers and icy rooftops. Villagers return home from their labors, bringing with them the quiet satisfaction of work done with care. Fires are rekindled, meals are shared, and the warmth of human presence softens the chill outside. Night approaches gently, stars begin to twinkle above, and the village, with its snow-covered paths and careful, enduring inhabitants, becomes a place of quiet reflection, resilience, and gentle wonder. In these frozen months of medieval Europe, every snow-covered path is a lesson in balance, endurance, and the quiet beauty of daily life. Close your eyes, feel the crunch of snow beneath your feet, the warmth of the hearth, and let the gentle rhythm of the village guide you into peaceful, restorative sleep. As evening falls, the village settles into the comforting embrace of twilight. Snow blankets the streets and fields, muffling the sounds of daily life and creating a soft, almost magical quiet. Within the cottages, hearths burn brightly, radiating warmth that penetrates cold fingers and rosy cheeks alike. Families gather close, wrapped in furs and thick woolens, drawn together by the simple yet profound comfort of shared space, warmth, and sustenance. The aroma of simmering stews, freshly baked bread, and the faint sweetness of preserved fruits fills each home, inviting both relaxation and reflection. The firelight flickers across stone walls and timbered beams, casting dancing shadows that lend an intimate, gentle rhythm to the evening. Children, nestled close to their parents, listen attentively as elders begin to weave tales, stories that blend history, myth, and lessons of survival. Each narrative carries the quiet cadence of winter, the lull of enduring hardship, and the subtle magic of community. Outside, the wind sighs softly through the skeletal trees, carrying snowflakes that drift lazily, decorating roofs and fences. The frozen river glints in the moonlight, a silver ribbon winding through the silent landscape. Even in the harshness of winter, beauty manifests in the glimmer of ice, the patterns of frost, and the delicate stillness that blankets the village. Life continues with careful rhythm. Small chores are completed, fires replenished, and livestock tended, all in harmonious cooperation with the season's demands. Within, the hearth serves as the heart of home. Families share stories of previous winters, heroic feats, clever improvisations, and the quiet triumphs of everyday survival. Laughter mingles with the crackle of wood. Soft conversation ebbs and flows like a gentle tide, and children's imaginations wander through enchanted versions of the frozen world beyond the walls. Each tale, Each moment of warmth fosters resilience, connection, and a sense of wonder, teaching that survival is both practical and poetic. As night deepens, the village slows further. Fires burn low but steady, meals are concluded, and the quiet hum of life within the cottages blends seamlessly with the hushed, snow-covered world outside. Stars sparkle overhead, casting faint light over rooftops and snowy fields. The winter hearth, in its glow and quiet charm, embodies both safety and serenity, a place where fatigue melts into calm, where the hardships of the day are soothed by warmth, care, and shared presence. In medieval Europe, the hearth was far more than a source of heat. It was a sanctuary, a space for reflection, storytelling, and communal resilience. Close your eyes, feel the gentle warmth radiating from the fire. Hear the whisper of snow outside, and let the peaceful rhythm of the winter hearth carry you into deep, restorative sleep. Night has fully embraced the village, wrapping every cottage, field, and path in a thick, silvery blanket of snow. The wind whispers gently through the skeletal trees, carrying the crisp scent of frost and pine, while the soft light of stars reflects off the frozen landscape. Inside the homes, hearths burn low yet steady, providing warmth that penetrates the chill and fills the rooms with a gentle golden glow. Tonight, the village rests, immersed in quiet reflection, calm, and the subtle rhythm of winter. Families gather in their cottages, sharing simple meals, recounting the day's tasks, and exchanging small gestures of care and warmth. Children, lulled by the soothing tales of elders and the rhythmic crackle of the fire, drift into peaceful sleep, dreaming of snow-covered forests, glistening icicles, and the serene beauty of the frozen countryside. The adults, having completed their day's labors, linger quietly by the hearth, finishing small tasks or simply basking in the warmth and tranquility that envelopes their homes. Outside, the snow lies untouched in many places, sparkling like a field of diamonds under the pale moonlight. The frozen river winds silently through the village, reflecting shards of starlight, while the gentle sway of bare branches in the wind creates a natural lullaby. Every element of the landscape, the drifting snow, the frost-laden roofs, the soft glimmer of ice, contributes to an atmosphere of calm and gentle serenity, perfectly aligned with the quiet rhythm of human life within the village. The long winter's rest is more than sleep. It is a period of reflection, resilience, and renewal. Each home, each hearth, each quiet, shared moment strengthens the bonds of family and community, reinforcing the lessons of patience, endurance, and harmony with nature that the season demands. In this stillness, the villagers find solace and strength, preparing for the coming days with minds and bodies rested, hearts warmed, and spirits renewed. As the night deepens, the gentle hum of life within the cottages blends with the quiet hush of the snow-covered world outside. The stars, steady and bright, watch over the sleeping village, a reminder of the continuity and beauty of life across seasons and generations. The winter night, with its serene, enveloping quiet, invites every soul to rest deeply, to let go of the day's labors, and to embrace the restorative calm that comes with surrendering to the long winter's sleep. Close your eyes, feel the warmth of the hearth, hear the soft whisper of the wind outside, and allow the tranquility of this snowbound world to carry you into a deep, rejuvenating slumber, knowing that with dawn will come new tasks, new lessons, and the gentle promise of another day amidst the serene beauty of a medieval winter.